and share with you guys a project that I recently completed. And this is a gift for a friend that her birthday was last month, so I'm just a tad late, but you know, life gets in the way. So I wanted to create something beautiful for her to display in her room, her craft room, wherever she would like. And so this is what I created. I hope I can get everything in frame. So I love the way that it turned out. I was really stuck in the beginning of the direction I wanted to go, but this is something that I picked up from the thrift store, and it is a very heavy porcelain. I actually don't know what it originally is, but I will go ahead and insert the picture of what it looked like before all this altering, so I will insert that right here. So as you can see, it was beautiful on its own, but I really wanted to jazz it up a bit. So I know that her favorite color is blue, so I just kind of stuck with that, just picked a variety of blues that I have in my stash, and I just love it. So the I believe the picture shows these gems already in there. I actually added each one of these individually. It was just plain, it had no bling or anything on it. It was just this really light blue, this beautiful flower cluster that was basically like painted on. And so I added Swarovski crystals in like the openings and in the blue, and then some in the clear. As you can see right here, this is actually some texture created with a Prima stencil and some homemade modeling paste. When I went to stencil this on, I realized that my modeling paste was dry. So I actually just pulled up a recipe online, and it was actually a new recipe to me. So I created that, and it did really well. I love the way that it came out. It's really on there. It's not flaking off or anything. I believe the Prima stencil I used was like it's like a damask. I'm not sure. It's one of my first stencils that I ever got. And then I took some Tumble Glass Distress ink and just lightly went over some of the areas so that it kind of is more defined. I then actually down here, I put a cream doily at the bottom, and then I layered all these beautiful flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts, and just went to town with my stickles after I whitewashed all of them to give them more a shabby look. I did that with the cluster up here as well. All these metals that you see, and then I have a couple tucked in here. I cut this one in half. I actually used my metal paint. It's like a primer whenever you use anything metal. And then I just took some various ink sprays that I have in my stash and just kind of spritzed it everywhere and let it do its own thing. So I love the way that it came out. It came out really soft. These roses here is from a MFT die that I've had forever. It's called Rosy Rose. And all it does is actually cut out this like silhouette detail of this rose. So I actually just traced it around on some blue vellum. I hope you can see that. And then I just adhered it down. This is actually cut from some crepe paper, and then a little bit of foam to give it some dimension. And then I just took various, I think this is Blueprint Sketch and some Salty Ocean Distress inks, and just kind of used a dauber and just kind of brushed it around to give it more of a mottled look. I finally pulled out my feathers because I had forgotten that I have them in my stash. I just think it adds a really cute feminine touch, and it's just in this corner right here. And I tucked in some of these pearl sprays. I have no idea where I got that. Then just clustered all of these blue flowers. And then, of course, I had to add some bling just because I love it. And I hope that she does too. I have some of my curly stems throughout. This is a beautiful jewelry piece that I've had in my stash. It was broken off of something. I've had it forever. So I thought the colors went really well with the entire scheme. So I put that on top of this filigree that I painted, and I adhered it by kind of curving it because, you know, filigrees are really pliable. And then to add more bling, I added some Swarovski crystals just to these four corners. I added this jewelry piece kind of to hide the adhesive to adhere this down. And this filigree piece down here, I actually shaped and kind of made it curved to make it look like a gathering of like leaves, kind of, just to be able to stick this flower inside. So that is the wall hanging that I made for my friend. I hope she loves it. I love the way that it came out. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, and I will be back real soon with another video. Bye, everyone.